Please subscribe to this channel for more videos related to Catholic Christian teaching. While pagan philosophy and modern materialism assume the eternity of the world and also of the world material, the Church teaches that the world has not existed from all eternity but began to be. Sacred Scripture clearly testifies that the world once was not, and that it began to be. And now glorify me, O Father, with you, with the glory that I had with you before the world began. He chose us in Him even before the foundation of the world. In the beginning, O Lord, you established the earth. The Fathers reject the notion of the eternity of the world in the struggle against the dualistic error. Under the influence of Plato, Origen erroneously proposed the idea of series of worlds without a beginning, the first of which was created by God from all eternity. The eternity of the world cannot be proved by philosophical arguments, as the existence of the world is due to a freed act of God's will. God does not need to will that it should always exist. The discoveries of modern atomic physics afford the possibility that in virtue of this integration process of the radioactive elements, the age of the earth, and thereby its temporal beginning, may positively be proved. St. Thomas and his school admit that there is no compelling proof from reason of the impossibility of an eternal creation of the world. Thus, that the world was created in time is, according to St. Thomas, purely a truth of faith and not a truth of reason. That the world did not always exist is held by faith alone and cannot be proved by demonstration. In support of this view, St. Thomas explains that the temporal nature of the world can be proved by reason neither from the nature of the world nor from its relation to God. The concept of the essence of a thing, which is the starting point of the proof, is singled out in thought from space and time. Consequently, it cannot be proved from the concept of the world that it did not always exist. It is true that the effective cause of the world is the free will of God. This, however, cannot establish through human reason, but can be known on the basis of divine revelation only. The temporal beginning of the world is therefore not an object of natural knowledge, but an object of faith only. St. Bonaventure and many other theologians are, however, of the opinion that the acceptance of an eternal world creation involves an intrinsic contradiction. For creation out of nothing means to have being in succession to non-being. That is, first not to be and then to be. The Fathers also teach that a creature without beginning is not possible. They reject the teaching of Origen concerning the eternal creation of the first world and affirm against the Arians the eternal Godhead of the Word. St. Athanasius says, "Even if God can always create, still the created things could not always be, for they are out of non-being, and were not before they became." The eternal creation of a changeable world is not possible, because the succession involved in a change constitutes the essence of time. Only an unchangeable world could be eternal. An unchangeable creature is, however, hardly conceivable, as changeability necessarily exists with finitude. In any case, the material of which the present world is constituted is mutable even in its very atomic nucleus. Please go to YouTube Retirementality channel, playlist Divine Act of Creation for the complete series of these materials.